Okay, so now we're talking about what is your scope statement. Now, many of you who know project management, who have studied project management, this is going to be very familiar. You probably won't need to listen to this. But for those of us who just want a bit of a refresher on what we're talking about when we talk about scope. Now, scope in general terms, I want you to think about a sandpit. So a sandpit, for example, has very clearly defined boundaries. It's very clear the location of the sandpit, the type of sand, the quality of the sand that's going to be used, but specifically who is actually using that sandpit. Who was it built for? It's very important to make sure that you're very clear about the boundaries, because if you're not very clear about where that line is drawn, what you're going to see is scope creep. And what that means is that all of a sudden, this project blows out a little bit. So if you're doing a youth project and it's for 12 to 25-year-olds, you might all of a sudden find that now you're actually catering to 10-year-olds, which isn't what the project originally set up was meant to do. So make sure you don't go out of the boundaries of that sandpit. Be very, very clear about what that is. Now, this scope statement has 3 important elements that I want you to think about when you're thinking about scope. And we're going to see these here. First of all, we have project objectives. So think of objectives as purpose. What is the purpose of the project? What is the objective that you're trying to achieve in undertaking this project? The next one we have is outcomes. Outcomes, think of them as benefits. What are the benefits of the project? Ultimately, what is the project going to deliver? And don't think just about what it's going to deliver to the target market, the clients or the users or the beneficiaries. Think also about what it's going to deliver to your organisation internally, as well as partner organisations. So 3 things here I want you to think about. The benefits to the users, the benefits to your organisation, and the benefits to your partners in this project. Now, the third thing that the project scope statement also talks about is a quality statement. Now, quality, we're not talking about necessarily the quality of the goods or the standard of the information perhaps that you might produce if you're doing a workshop. You can include those things, of course, but specifically what I'm talking about quality is, are there any legislative or regulations that you actually need to adhere to? It's really important to be upfront about that right at the beginning of the project. If you need to make sure that this project adheres to, let's just say, for example, the Australian accounting standards, then specifically in those standards, what part of it does it need to adhere to? Make sure that you're very clear about that, because you'll make sure by doing that you, throughout the project, everyone that's involved in the project that has a copy of this project plan is very well aware that it is about achieving legislative adherence, or it is about, perhaps it's even about making sure that your organisation passes its audit to make sure that, your licensing comes through, whatever that quality statement means to you. But by doing that, as I said, everyone will know the quality level of standard that you want it to meet.